Story name: The Painter with No Colors. Arin grew up in a tiny village where the houses were sunburnt, the roads cracked, and the sky seemed to hang a little lower than everywhere else. People here worked hard but dreamed small. Except Arin. He was the boy who always carried a sketchbook, though most pages were torn and yellowed. He loved to draw anything: fields, faces, birds, clouds. But painting was his true passion. Whenever he saw colors, his heartbeat raced as if the world was speaking to him. But life rarely gives color to the people who crave it most. Arin's family was extremely poor. His father repaired broken umbrellas. His mother stitched old clothes for neighbors. At night, when the lamps went out early to save kerosene, Arin would sit near the window, trying to capture the moonlight on his pages. What he didn't have was paint, paintbrushes, canvas, not even pencils sometimes. But he had something far more powerful: imagination. One morning, his school announced a painting competition. The winner would get professional color sets, brushes, and a chance to visit the city art museum, something Arin had only dreamed of. His heartbeat thudded like drums. "I will win this," he whispered to himself. But how? Paint cost money they didn't have. Brushes were a luxury. His mother noticed his silence during dinner. "What's bothering you?" she asked gently. Arin hesitated. "There's a painting competition. I want to join." His mother looked down at her worn sari. His father paused from fixing an umbrella. They said nothing, but their silence told Arin all he needed to know. Later that night, his father placed a hand on his shoulder. "Son," he whispered, "dreams are never wrong, but timing is cruel." Arin didn't sleep that night. By morning, he made a decision. If the world won't give me colors, I will make my own. He began experimenting. He smashed burned charcoal from the kitchen stove to make black. He mixed dirt with water to make brown. He boiled tea leaves to create a soft golden shade. He crushed green leaves for a faint green tone. He used red flower petals to create a dusty red. He became a scientist, a magician, and an artist all at once. He painted on old newspapers, on discarded cardboard, on the inside of used envelopes. Anything flat became his canvas. At school, others laughed. "Look at Arin, painting with mud. Where's your fancy paint? Just quit, bro." But Arin didn't look at them. He looked at his hands, stained with the colors he created. He practiced every day: morning, afternoon, night. Sometimes his fingers hurt, but his heart never stopped. The school hall buzzed with excitement. Students brought expensive acrylic sets, metallic brushes, glossy canvases. Arin walked in carrying a bundle of torn papers, a jar of tea-colored liquid, crushed leaves in a pouch, and a handful of charcoal dust. A teacher frowned. "Arin, what is this?" "Sir," he said softly, "these are my colors." Some students laughed loudly. Others shook their heads. But when the timer started, Arin forgot the noise. He dipped a small piece of cloth, his brush, into tea water and drew the outline of a tree. He shaded its trunk with soil color, created leaves using crushed green pigments, added shadows with charcoal. His hands moved with a confidence he never felt before. While others painted perfect strokes, Arin painted feelings. By the time the bell rang, he leaned back and stared at his creation, a giant tree standing alone on a hill, roots deep in the earth, branches reaching toward the sky. A tree growing with nothing but determination. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't professional, but it was alive. When the teachers walked around judging, their steps stopped at Arin's desk. They whispered. They stared. They looked at each other. Finally, the principal called out, "Arin, please come forward." The room quieted. "Where did you get these colors?" she asked. "I made them," Arin said simply. The principal examined the painting again. "You made all of this?" "Yes, ma'am." She looked at the hall full of expensive art supplies and then at Arin's stained hands. "This," she said slowly, "is not just a painting. This is creation itself." That day, Arin won first place. But something bigger happened, something Arin didn't expect. The principal announced, "Arin will receive a full art scholarship. From today, the school will sponsor his materials, training, and future competitions." The hall erupted with applause. Arin's eyes filled with tears. He didn't win because he had less. He won because he gave more. Years passed. Arin studied art seriously. His unique, earthy style attracted attention. His paintings, made from natural elements, were displayed in exhibitions. People called them living art. One day, a famous city museum invited him to speak. Standing on stage, looking at hundreds of students, he held up one of his earliest paintings, the tree made from tea, soil, and leaves. "This," he said, "is proof that excuses don't create art. Effort does." He saw young faces staring at him with hope. "You don't need perfect tools to start," Arin continued. "Start with what you have. Start anywhere. Because creativity grows fastest in scarcity." Thunderous applause filled the room. Arin returned to his village years later. He opened a small art school where poor children could learn for free. The walls were filled with paintings made from natural colors, just like he once used. Whenever a child said, "Sir, I don't have colors," Arin smiled softly. "Then let's make some." And in those small hands covered in dirt, tea stains, and charcoal dust, Arin saw a reflection of himself. A painter who once had no colors, but painted his own destiny instead.